we were creating solutions for very first world healthcare problems. And when I started to I don't know why it was in 2009, but all of a sudden I just got bombarded by different people and organizations and other things doing work in the developing countries and throughout the world. And when I took a look at how they were managing their information, I was aghast. I was like, oh, how can you think this is good information to be making decisions about people's health with? And just really basic technologies came to mind that I said we could put these very simple things in place and leapfrog you into a whole new level. And so we started to explore this a little bit more, and in 2009 we created a nonprofit called Vecna Cares. So Vecna has always had a policy, and this was one of the things that we needed to keep our company private for, is that we encourage our employees to give 10% of their paid working time to community service. And when we first started, this was kind of amorphous and random. But then as we have developed more mission-based projects, global health became a part of that. And so our relationship between Vecna and Vecna Cares is that all of the IP of Vecna is available for Vecna Cares to adapt and use in these other areas. And all of the time, the 10% of our 350 employees can also be accessed for use in developing and working these projects and doing all of this effort over in these other countries. And so that has been something that has reinvigorated me in some of the innovations that we're doing when we take our products and services and put them in a completely different environment. So now we're talking, no power possibly, limited internet connectivity, very little computer literacy, if at all, and how do you do a digital registry, an electronic health record within these circumstances? And that was the challenge that we were facing. And so taking our tool that allowed patients to interact with their healthcare information and turning that around to computer illiterate clinicians and seeing how that worked. And the workflow based, when we first started this back 5 years ago, the technology wasn't ready. So tablets weren't really even around, and they were very expensive and everything. And so over the course of the 5 years, technology has caught up with us, and now tablets are very inexpensive. We have cloud computing. In Kenya, the cell phone networks are way better than here. And so we are able to take these advancements in technology and do things in Kenya that we actually can't do here. So text messaging people and tracking and following them and doing care compliance are things that are much more actually straightforward and simple in these countries than maybe here in the U.S. And it's been great to put these things into play and hone those and bring those lessons learned back and really simplify what we're doing here in the U.S. and focus on care and delivery of care. And so we have these different product lines of what we're doing now, but then we also have this, what about for the 90% component laid on top of that as well? So we are integrated, all of the things that we're doing for Vecna Cares is integrated into our roadmap that our customers here in the US are also contributing to, so that the products that we are making eventually will have applicability throughout the world and not just for the privileged few. And that's something I'm really proud about.